podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. So nice, it's a Friday, weekend is here. Probably gonna have to cancel all my plans.
Not if they indoor.
Yeah, I just, you don't know what's gonna go down. I think what's gonna be interesting too is just traveling. What is 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts and possibly as much as 6 to 8 inches of rain going to do for parts of South Florida when it comes to driving?
You don't want to be in that Volkswagen Beetle that your mother-in-law drives around town.
Oh, my gosh.
You're much better off in your wife's car.
I don't ever want to be in that thing anyway. My mother-in-law has this thing. I don't know what it is, but she jerks at the wheel so much that you cannot get out of that car without being just green with nausea.
And it does look like when you get in there, it's a tight fit for you. I don't know. You look like
I
You're
barely
a
fit.
fucking man. You should not be in a Volkswagen
I
Beetle.
barely fit, and the ride is all wheel jerking, and it's all gas and all brakes. It's hard on the gas, hard on the brakes. It's just, oh my gosh. Yeah, so you add in wind gusts and waves, and it's going to be a rough ride home.
You're going to get some whiplash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Santa going
Crazy.
to bring you your own car for Christmas?
No.
No, he's bringing him a neck brace.
Damn.
That's what I get, yes.
Oh, carpool cab.
He's going to get me a barf bag and a neck brace. Thank you, Santa.
It is tough when someone else is driving and they're either going too fast and jerking or going too slow, but you don't want to be a dick face and say, hey, could you speed it up or could you stop jerking me around?
I got a lot of emails and things to get to here today. One thing we were talking about, I knew Jaybird would love it, talking about the little trope that they used to do on 70s, 80s, and 90s sitcom television, the very special episodes edition, and was able to put together a pretty solid. I did a top 10 list. I can get to some of those. I only got through really only talking about 5 because we spent so much time talking about number 1, which was the Different Strokes Bike Man episode.
You know, I wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. It's something I had been talking about since I was a child.
Oh, yeah.
I was a big Different Strokes fan growing up. My whole family was. And we just noticed that the Bicycle Man was weird as fuck back in the mid-'80s. You're watching it going, wait, what is this guy doing?
Why is there a laugh track?
Yes,
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
He's a pedophile. He's diddling Dudley.
Even back then, you knew this was a fucking weird episode.
Amen.
Right. Yeah, here are like the clips. Yeah, so you would have a very weird, awkward line followed by a canned laugh track that was.
Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
You keep coming up with these presents, you can scratch me all over.
It means your penis.
There's another.
No.
There's another line where he talks about how quick he can lick an ice cream cone, how great he is with his mouth.
Yeah.
You're going, who is writing this?
Wait, what is going on here? Yeah.
It had to go through.
Great, Arnold. You're sure some terrific passerata.
I have a way with words when I put my mouth to it.
I mean, come on, right?
Dude.
The amount of people that had to sign off on this is kind of staggering to me that it got through.
People complain because they thought it was over the top. That's a real thing. They go, this is over the top. We know you're trying to do good, but
Now, what do they mean over the top? In what way?
if you watch it, he does an outstanding job of portraying a real life monster, and they have it's very adult content, and then you throw in the laugh track on top of it.
And Arnold's jokes.
It's just...
And Dudley's just in there getting molested. Like, what? It's a lot.
It's a lot. I mean, Punky Brewster had one. They had a couple.
Yeah, there were a few. In fact, some of the emails that we got here, somebody had referenced that Punky Brewster had one. It said Punky Brewster with the refrigerator, Richard said. Do you know?
Yep.
Do you remember what that was about?
Her friend went into the refrigerator. They were playing hide and go seek, and she got trapped in the refrigerator. They wanted to teach kids about, you know. And then the other one, which is probably even more over the top, is about the space shuttle exploding.
Yeah, that actually, I put that at number 7 on my list from what I saw. Yeah, they dealt with the space shuttle Challenger explosion.
Did Punky's friend die in the fridge?
No. Cherry or Sherry? No, she did not. She did not die. It was her best friend.
Dudley got molested, but she didn't die.
That is more of.
Dudley just took it for the team.
It's a weird. It's weird.
David said there was a Growing Pains episode concerning drunk driving where Tracy Gold and her friend got into a bad accident, and they thought that, it just was an accident, whatever. And then she got home, and Kirk Cameron, her brother, broke the news that he actually died, and everybody was in shock.
They hit with an M. Night Shyamalan. You think this son of a bitch survives, and then they come in with, he's dead. You're like, what? It is heavy as fuck.
Did a drunk driver hit them?
I think he might have been drunk. I think it was the whole dangers of drunk driving.
Dang,
and
they killed somebody?
They went big.
Yeah, and Joseph said the Fresh Prince, they also did a speed episode where Carlton ODs.
Yep. They had a few on old Fresh Prince.
Yeah. So there was a lot of real weird, heavy stuff on some of these episodes.
The one that rivals the Bicycle Man, it's without a doubt Saved by the Bell, Jesse hooked on caffeine pills. It is somebody on drugs legit wrote that episode.
So they know.
Yeah, it was a PSA about not doing drugs, and I know that motherfucker who wrote it was on drugs.
The singing was just so unbelievable.
Everything will be okay. Yeah. I just need one of these.
Pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
I need them.
Jesse, give me those.
I need them, Zach. I have to sing.
Jesse, you can't sing tonight.
Yes, I can. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
He hugs her. I watch it once a month, Virginia.
That's a lot of time. Once a month?
Me and Denny's get a real kick out of that episode. It's so fucking over the top. Boy Meets World's another one. They've got some over the top episodes.
Yeah.
Where Corey, he keeps on having these dreams where he's killing his best friend, Sean Hunter.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Wow. Yeah, man, they went there, huh?
They did.
Dang. How about that? Crazy. A couple other controversies going on here. Cesar heard us talking about the new Wonka movie. Timothy Chalamet that is playing Wonka now in theaters this weekend.
Is this the backstory of Wonka?
I don't know. I've only seen the preview of it. I haven't spent any time looking into it.
They got to give everybody a backstory, Virginia. We all got to know the origins.
That Timothy Chalamet is hot. I'll watch it. He's good looking.
You will not watch it. I'm calling her bluff right now.
He hangs with one of them Jenner girls, doesn't he? I thought it was kind of his thing. He's rumored to be with I can't keep him apart. It's Kylie and Kiri or something like that.
It's Kylie, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cesar said, there was a lot of hate online about the filmmakers not using little people for the Oompa Loompas. They used standard height adults and then used CGI to shrink them down in size. And there's a lot of talk about people not going to go pay to see a film that takes opportunities away from little people.
Why you would not?
Man?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Oompa Loompas is a big part of Wonka. Why would you not have those roles?
That's crazy.
Open, and why you would do that? That is a major opportunity lost.
Yeah,
dude, it's Oompa Loompas. They're beloved. It's a main part of Wonka.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Let me see some other stuff. Proving that Die Hard is a holiday movie. Melissa sent this in. Somebody had actually put it in the $4 holiday movie DVD discount bin with Home Alone, a Trolls, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, And down there at the bottom, you can see they put Die Hard in there. We already consider it that. So
I think right now Die Hard's for free on YouTube, but don't quote me because I'm wrong a lot.
Okay.
A lot, Virginia.
Somebody texting Kylie Jenner said to be with Bad Bunny. Okay, yeah. What's it's Kylie and what's the other freaking
Kendall?
Jenner? Kendall. Maybe it's Kendall that's with him.
I don't know. I did a Google search and Kylie's name came up when I looked for Timothy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't keep
That's
all these
very tricky.
love things.
I fucking hate it.
Somebody is calling out the Leo DiCaprio dirt story from today.
Uh-oh.
Caroline said, Virginia's wrong. Leo has been dating Victoria for months. Get out of here with that Kate Moss sister rumor. It's an Italian model, Vittoria Soretti. And there's the photos. They're saying in this story that they are exclusive. So there's no way he could be. He's
He's
so
faithful.
good. Yeah, he's so faithful. He doesn't jump from girl to girl, but it could not possibly be true.
Look, I don't know for fact. I just report what's out there, and that's what they're saying. He is done. Is moved on to Kate Moss's half sister.
Okay.
It's just out there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, of course, it was a football story, but it was in the dirt today. That Tyreek Hill story with two baby mamas coming after him saying they want a little bit more child support. And they hooked up in August of 2022 when apparently Tyreek Hill got engaged to his now wife in July of 2021. So I'm just, see where that all gets sorted out.
I think they might have had an on and off thing, though.
I think they did, and I'm hoping that was the case. And I'm sure Keita is well aware of all these allegations, and she's completely fine with it.
That's why she probably said, we're getting married so we can put all this to an end.
Gosh, I wonder. Yeah.
Your days of running around and impregnating other women, it's going to cost you a fortune. What are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, because I did not hear, did they do a prenup? So Tyreek right now is making $30 million a year.
Wow.
But he has said that he is going to retire at the end of the contract after the 2025 season. He'll be 31. So for Dolphins fans, that's why I kind of cared about that. So we'll see what happens. Got Christina with her thoughts on how we need to raise our TikTok standards.
Oh, boy.
She said, I'm a big fan of the show, so I do say this with love, but please raise your standards of what TikToks make it on the show. Between the ice your face guy and the obviously fake recorded fight in the coffee shop, it really feels like you were scraping the bottom of the barrel or purposely picking videos to cause rage to boost engagement. While I sympathize with Jason's point of view completely, it gets a little repetitive when he can't even get past how insane the video is to take part in the conversation in a meaningful way. I'm sure it must be hard to find relevant content that plays well on the air, but please consider rethinking this strategy in 2024. Sorry to complain, but I hope you could consider this constructive criticism from a real fan.
Look, you guys love TikTok, and it gets to a point where it's so not fair and balanced. And
sometimes Kevin brings stuff that's from TikTok that's just so ridiculous to kind of make fun of it. And we're saying like, oh, look, this is medical TikTok. We're making fun of it. We're not like saying, this is really where you need to go for your medical advice.
Yeah, and the other thing too is there's certain things that is so obviously fake, and I just don't want people to think we really believe that that's really happening. At least I don't want people to think I think it's real. Y'all, it's my own personal commentary. I get that it's not for everybody, just like how TikTok is really not for me. My commentary about TikTok's not for everybody either.
Yeah, and a lot of times what that is, it's a vehicle to get to a topic. It's not, I don't give a shit if it's real or fake, and it a lot of times is going to be fake. But, to me, the concept was, okay, how would you feel if somebody took you to a coffee date at 6 p.m. So that's the end-all, be-all goal, is getting to that conversation, and that's what it's about. It's not about whether it's a real or fake video. It's just to get to that conversation. The thing that's good about TikTok, two things, and where I'll defend it, is one, it provides audio, which is good for a radio show. And then two, like it or not, it really is. For the most part, we focus a little bit more on women than we do on men. And then I got to tell you, between my daughter and my wife and all the other women I know in the world, they do spend a lot of time on TikTok, and what happens on that platform is big for them. And so to find things that are kind of in their world and universe that they might find interesting, to ignore TikTok and not talk about anything or have a TikTok ban on the show, it would be a lot more challenging to do our job the way we're supposed to.
The other thing too is I legit have a personal opinion and commentary on. I don't think TikTok is necessarily the greatest thing for the human spirit.
No,
it's how I feel. And Virginia blows TikTok all the time. TikTok. We can't have that. We can't have a blowing session.
You don't get to tell me who I blow and don't blow.
But I mean, a circle jerk of, TikTok. Everyone's talking about TikTok. It's so great. It gets to that. Gets
Am
annoying.
I jerking them or am I blowing them?
I'm just saying. Anytime a circle jerk on anything can get a little, a little much,
a little messy.
Yes.
So,
a little sticky,
yeah,
a little gummy.
So we, the mantra of our show, it's hot topics, dysfunctional characters. And so as long as our main goal is really to hit a lot of hot topics, hey, if the rest of the world quits TikTok, we will too. So,
Oh, look, I get that. I get it. I understand that it's popular, and I know it's a vehicle. It's just I think there's a lot of dumb shit on TikTok that people
there is, no
hold
doubt.
to gospel, and I think it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I gotta do a TikTok video today, so.
Can you do a TikTok video about how you hate having to do TikTok videos?
The motherfuckers will flag me. The last video I did got us another violation for bullying Kevin.
We've been flagged so many times on TikTok. Like, no wonder none of our stuff gets viewed.
Look, all I can say is we try. We try hard.
And that's all you can do.
Yeah. So it does. In fact, there is a story that's out today because it got elevated on TikTok into the awareness about Southwest Airlines being praised for having a policy that allows passengers of size, as they call it, to request one or two complimentary adjacent seats so that all passengers can be more comfortable. It's not a new policy. They've actually had it for a while, but somebody made a fucking TikTok video about it. All of a sudden it's like, okay, well, Southwest, they finally got it together. No, they've had it together. You just didn't know about it. Yeah, and it is kind of crazy because that is where the awareness for a lot of stuff comes up, is through that.
I would say that if they had the policy, but Biggins didn't know about it, then the policy needed TikTok. Because now, if you are plus sized, you know that you can say, hey, I don't want to make the person next to me uncomfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. Can I have this middle seat? And they'll say, yeah, here you go. Mm-hmm. And then it's like you bought two seats for the price of one.
And the other thing I hate about TikTok, no, I'm just kidding.
I think that needed TikTok because I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I fly Southwest a lot. I had no idea.
It is how a lot of people do find out about the world. They like the way that they love the delivery system. Quick little videos that are entertaining, and you get little nuggets that occasionally might be somewhat accurate.
That could be very useful if I was, say, a pregnant woman traveling and uncomfortable and feeling like I am just puffy all over and I don't want somebody all over my armrest and all over me. I could say, look, I need this. I'm extra fat right now because I'm carrying life in me.
Right.
Can I have that middle seat? And then if that's their policy and they just give it to you that easy, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're going to be traveling for the holidays, they say the largest American airlines had an on-time performance of 76.2% during the first 9 months of 2023, down from 76.6% last year. They're saying that the airlines are getting worse and it's taking longer to get on-time flights. And I just saw today, too, they were talking about there was a flight that was bound for Fort Lauderdale. Did you see that? These two planes almost collided.
Oh, Lord.
The air traffic controllers are saying are getting overworked, overstressed.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and it just, I think they're trying to do the story to say, hey, can somebody please pay a little bit more attention to this? Like, do we have to have an on-air and in-air collision and 600 people have to die before we want to give this the proper attention?
Could you guys, I don't know, look up or watch the sky?
That's horrifying.
Yeah. They say it's two of the three lowest percentages over the last 15 years. So
that's just one of those things on the you get on the plane, you're not even thinking about a plane hitting another plane. You think they got all that shit figured out, and there's no way in the world that can happen.
Yeah.
You think about like engine failure.
Yes.
You think about, going down and a takeoff or landing, but you don't think about planes hitting other planes.
No, a plane accident like a car accident is not on the list of worries, typically. It is now.
Yeah.
If you're looking out the window the whole time.
Right time of that Oregon trip.
Are you going to Oregon?
I don't know. I have like 7 people who are not happy with me right now.
Are you going to go against the not so magic fake coin?
I really don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, you ever just fall into one of those moments where everyone's mad at you?
Well, bruh, you got to shit or get off the pot.
Bro.
The time is a ticking.
I know.
It's like if you don't buy a ticket now, you're going to pay like $800.
I know. I know.
Well, you said tickets had gone down a little bit.
I gotta figure some shit out. I know. I have. You want to tell me some more shit I know?
A lot going on there, huh?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need a life manager.
And no matter what decision I make, someone's getting pissed off. So,
Can't win either
fucked
way,
if you do, fucked if you do.
Well, won't you be more pissy family if you don't go to Oregon?
I've already said too much.
All right.
I've already said too much. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna piss. If I don't go, I'm gonna piss off one family member. If I stay, I'll piss off I'll piss off a family member.
Somebody's
no matter
getting
what.
mad regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you buy tickets for everybody to go to Oregon?
That's a great idea. I'd like to go.
Don't you love it?
I want to go too.
Can I
Don't you
take my
love it when
family?
Virginia comes in at the end of your own personal tailspin with all these shitty ass ideas?
My mother-in-law was talking about how much she wants to go to Oregon.
Oh, let's bring her.
Bring her along.
Yeah, it'd be great. The Queen, Colin Cannon.
Buy her ticket.
Let's
Done.
go.
Done.
Family vacation.
I want to do every shitty piece of advice Virginia's.
I can't leave my father-in-law here, so we'll throw him in.
Book them. Bring them.
I'm going to need 8 tickets.
I want to really spend as much money as possible.
Don't buy them today. Wait a week and buy them then.
Okay, and then as
Let's
soon
just
as
buy them when we get to the airport.
it's a great idea, and as soon as I land, that'll be the day we do the garage sale.
Oh my gosh, this is shaping up to be an awesome
It's
Christmas.
really all working out, isn't it?
It's all coming together. That's amazing. Well, a lot of people are going to be on this stuff, especially after the holidays. They're really hitting you hard with the Semaglutide or the spin-offs of Semaglutide. Seems like everybody and their sister now trying to get involved with this because they're trying to produce it faster and reduce the cost of it. And you can't deny it's been very effective for a lot of people.
My sister did the Monjuro, which is different from the Ozempic, which is different from the one that I did. So she said it's better.
What sister did this?
She's a nurse.
Oh, this is
Maggie in New Orleans. She said she loved it.
What sister do you like the most?
I like them both the same, you dick. What sister do you like the most, fuckface?
Depends upon if he goes to Oregon or not. He'll let you know.
That's true. If you stay here, it means you like Becky more. But if you go to Oregon, it means you like Tina more.
Whatever. At least my mom liked me. Virginia say her mom doesn't like her, which I think is awesome.
I just think that I don't know. She's kind of, she's tuned out to her children.
She's cool.
Yeah, whatever.
She's cool if she hears from you. She's real cool if she doesn't.
Yeah, she does not care if you go like a month. If I don't call her, she's not calling me.
How's your dad like that? Is your dad cool if you don't talk for 2 months? Say, hey, what's up, Kev? Or does he really genuinely like talking to you and he looks forward to doing that with you?
Well, the one thing I would always do with my mom was we'd FaceTime. And so, after she passed, it was just Dad, I would FaceTime him. And he kind of let me know in so many words that he doesn't really like the FaceTime thing. Yeah. So
I can sometimes tell with some of my relatives, like, they don't want to be talking right now.
Dad said, can you just text me instead?
my dad loves texting. He is such a massive fan of texting. So we text a lot. And I call him maybe once a month. Try not to, he's not a huge fan of being on the phone either. So, yeah, but he's very content with just the texting. It makes him happy. We text daily, I would say, for the most part.
I feel like a dick, but I I don't like talking on the phone. It's not my favorite thing. And I think people think I'm a dick because of that.
Yeah, you do send me to voicemail a lot.
You is definitely on purpose. You're the worst to talk to on the phone. It always ends into some fucking fighting match where we're talking, screaming over each other. Like, hold on, I can't hear your insult. Say it again.
If you would just submit.
Sometimes I do. You're right. It is easier.
Yeah.
I lose part of my spirit, but it is easier.
So we're having the garage sale.
Oh, everyone knows that. Everyone knows we're having the fucking garage sale.
We're excited.
We know I lost that fight.
Somebody text in, they need to know because they have an RV, so they have to stay the night to get there early for the deals. They have to, I guess, they need some kind of hose that goes into your house, and they need electrical outlet.
They need water, they need power, they need sewer. Yeah, they can have it all. We have all that.
So if you could get
Jay
that
Bird's
ready.
got a nice little side drive where we could park that RV.
It sounds like a long process. The only process I can think longer is zombie Hulk Hogan just tormenting Ralston all week long next week.
I might not be here.
Where are you going to go?
You never know, Virginia.
That would be amazing.
Zombie Hulk Hogan shows up and Kevin hits the back door.
Kevin just said, we're on vacation. Honestly, that would not be. I'm like, fuck it, that's amazing.
That would be a win for Zombie Hulk Hogan.
That's how much Kevin hates Zombie Hulk Hogan. He just said, you know what, we're going to vacation.
Quit early.
Yeah, so the Semaglutide, CNN's chief medical correspondent, Dr. Sanj Gupta, was talking about some of the concerns, and especially right after the holidays, there is expected to be a rush of people wanting to
instead
trim
of
down their
going
fat asses.
to the health club or the gym with yourself after the holidays, just go get the Monjuro or Ozempic or whatever it is. There's so many of them.
The Wall Street Journal was saying this could be the most prescribed medication of all time, the way it's growing.
Wow.
When you say buongiorno, you make a man want to eat a pizza. I do not think weight loss.
Here's Gupta talking about just how many people are on the semaglutide.
These drugs have only been around a few years now, but just take a look at sort of what's happened over the past few years. Close to 2% of the population of this country has been prescribed this medication at some point. That's shocking. I mean, these are huge.
Okay, 2%. So apparently that's a very high number in medical terms.
And do they even know about like all the people that just got it like I did and didn't really need it? It's like got it like on the shade.
Yeah, well, I think what's going on is you have the wild, wild west of it right now. It's not regulated properly. And part of the problem that they're finding is that people are, and I don't know what this looks like when you're talking about an overdose of semaglutide, but people are not giving themselves the right dosage. And there are side effects that come with it, like you go to your friend's house and barf on their wall.
I would tell everybody, underdose yourself in the beginning. Do not take what they tell you to take, because a lot of us, including myself, can barf on their friend's house by accident.
Yeah, this is what Gupta is saying here.
You open it up, put a needle on there, and then you dial in the dose that you're actually going to give yourself. You do that. So people starting to work with this may say, hey, look, it's working. Let me give myself more and more of this. And that could be part of the problem as well. They're overdosing.
So we can't be trusted.
Well, that's with any kind of dosing. People can't be trusted. Underdose yourself, though. That's my tip of the day to everybody.
Or maybe just go out and take a walk. Do a little exercise. I don't know. Watch what you eat.
A walk doesn't help with the cravings.
I'm kidding.
I still crave cake and cookies and all this crap that I never craved before thanks to menopause.
I get it. I was making a joke. Someone's going to send Kevin a long email. Bird, I'm not able to. I get it. I understand. It's controversial. People are already yelling on both sides of it. I take it. Fuck you, take it. It's political.
Political?
Everything is.
Not wanting to be a fat ass is not political.
There's a way to make everything political now. Everything is, though.
Daniel had said, I heard you talking about Rob Schneider in Home Alone 2. You explained the battle that went down in the late 2000s and what happened with that, the fact you didn't have anything other than the news coverage of it. Just to let you know, if you do go to YouTube, there is a video there, but it's only audio, and it's, I believe, Opie and Anthony. They do the whole breakdown of it, but I believe that's on YouTube if you want to hear more of it, and they'll give their commentary to it. That's what Daniel's saying.
They were on our side.
Yeah.
Oh, they were.
Well, because they hated Stern, and they were
so they had an agenda.
They chose the side of whoever Stern was against. Stern was against us.
They liked me. They didn't like Kevin. They go on in Kevin a little. They go in on Kevin a bit.
Okay.
But we were featured on them, I think, 3 different times. They took one of my Snack Pack songs and they spent like 3.5 minutes on it, just fucking ripping it apart. There was another time you guys were on it. They pulled up our website. That's what they did a lot. They called it Jocktober. They would go find terrestrial shows across the country and spend, over an hour just fucking picking them apart, playing their audio, making fun of what the women would look like, making fun of. They would go in hard on people.
Who's not on the air anymore? Oh, Opie and Anthony.
Oh yeah, it's really
outlasted you, bitch.
Well, they fucking hated each other. They didn't like each other for a long time. So the whole time they're making fun of all these shit. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers are motherfucking each other behind their back.
It's so busy.
Wow. It is. Yeah, they hate each other even to this day.
Wow.
Yeah, they still talk shit about it.
They'll never get back together.
Never. I don't see it ever happening.
Hate radio, huh?
They try to do their own separate things, but they hate each other on a level.
They can't get back together because the hate is more than the need for each other.
It would be basically all of us doing our own show and going. They tell it every fucking thing and ripping each other apart to every level to the point where you'd go, oh my gosh, nothing is safe. They're basically doxing you with everything. That's how hard they go in.
Dang.
Okay. So
there's a whole genre on that. People just taking somebody's stuff and then them spending 45 minutes shitting on it the entire time.
So the people that don't create anything at all just find other people that do and just try to be shitty about it.
It's a whole genre. Yeah, it's insane.
So if
the non-creative people, that's just all they do is just go and find people that are, and
then they would
criticize
argue. Because that's what the main knock is what you're saying. And
Yeah,
they go,
what do you create?
They're going, well, I'm creating commentary on stuff that's out there, and I'm making my own content, my own original content on your content. It's
So if you are a creator, don't read the comments.
Yeah.
Keep creating and don't listen to the hating.
That really is what it comes down to. If you're going to create something, just upload it and then walk away from it.
Keep creating.
Because someone's going to always hate your shit. Always.
Trust us.
We do have the KVJ draft. You can go and vote for that this weekend on Instagram and Facebook. Who do you think drafted the best 3 Christmas characters? Suits. Again, drawing the top card, he picked Buddy the Elf, then he went with the Grinch, and then Scrooge McDuck. That was his 3. I got Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Kevin McAllister, Home Alone, and John McClane from Die Hard. Jaber went with Stripe from Gremlins, Hans Gruber from Die Hard, and the Bumble from the Rudolph Claymation special. Denny's had Jack Skelton, which is what, 'Twas the Night or something like that?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Night Before Christmas. The Krampus and Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol. And Virginia had Santa, overall Santa. Look at that, huh? Could be all of them. I guess just Santa.
Look, somebody really did not respect the game today, and her name rhymes with Smurshminja.
Santa and Rudolph beat me. Try.
She might have beat herself on this one.
Well, the Rudolph is really only in the Rudolph Claymation. I don't, he's not a, he's in a couple other things of the Claymation universe, but
technically, there's the one Santa Claus movie where you had the reindeers in there. And there's a Rudolph. Yes, she gets.
"'Twas the Night Before Christmas." He's in that.
She gets it, but it is whack. It is some bullshit. Not respecting the game. Santa.
Just being smarter than the other players in the game, and now the other players are mad.
Yeah, that's how all our games go.
Yeah. And then she also went with Clark Griswold from Christmas Vacation. So,
Legend.
yeah. So we'll figure out who drafted the best of 3 coming up when we get back here on Monday.
Yeah, Virginia's going to get dead last.
Whatever.
Dead last.
It's going to be a real cold Christmas for the
Really?
witch.
Whatever.
Oh,
Dead
yeah,
last.
dead last, Kevin.
I bet your face on it. I don't.
Wow.
All right, I'll take that. Well, really cut my face off.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So you got something to do inside this weekend and cast your votes. All right. Yeah, we got, man, we are just for us 1 week away from wrapping it up for the year. How about that?
Crazy.
Huh? Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I think next Friday is going to be crazy.
Next Friday needs to be a drinking podcast. I'm just saying.
Oh, I am already hungover from next Friday's show.
It's interesting. A pre-hangover.
He can sense it.
Oh, my gosh.
Rolling in like a fog.
Wow. Okay. Very nice. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.